My name is Dennis Ivan Opoku. Welcome to another edition. And the big one is concerning the Black Stars of Ghana, who will be in action in September, early September, I must say. Ghana plays against Chad and then plays against Mali 4 days later. Now, these two games are expected to champion or herald Ghana into the 2026 FIFA World Cup competition. Now, if Ghana will qualify, we need to do well against Chad and then Mali and then win these two games. And if that happens, Ghana can boast of a spot in the tournament that will be hosted in USA, Canada, and then Mexico. Now, for the Black Star squad, what are your thoughts on Ghana's 24-man squad for the FIFA World Cup qualifier next month? The 24-man squad has been released. Notable in the squad is goalkeeper Benjamin Asare, the only local player in the squad. Thomas Teparty's name has been mentioned in the squad. Yesterday, I did mention that he might not be part of the squad, but according to Coach Otto Addo, he needs him. There are some returnees as well. Iñaki Williams, Abdul Samet Salis, who played in the Unity Cup, is also back and will be featuring for Ghana when the tournament or the competition continues in September. Ghana's itinerary, I'm going to give you that on the show and then tell you much more about the squad. Let me start with the itinerary for the Black Stars of Ghana come September. Well, we are expecting the arrivals on Sunday, the 31st of August, and then Monday, the 1st of September. These 2 days, we will be expecting arrivals. So, notably, if anything else, maybe 2nd September, there will be some that will also be joining the team. But Monday, they will have their first training session at the Accra Sports Stadium. And then on Tuesday, they will train once again. That one will not be open to the public at all. No media, no public. And then on Wednesday, they will play against Chad. They will travel to N'Djamena right after the training session. So in the evening, they will be leaving Ghana to be in Chad. And then on Wednesday, they will train in N'Djamena, the capital of Chad. And then on Thursday, they play against Chad. And then Friday, they will have a recovery session, which will be open to the media in Ghana. On Saturday, they will train, but it wouldn't be open to the media. That is Saturday, the 6th of September. And then on the 7th of September, the team will then train at the Accra Sports Stadium. For first 15 minutes of that training will be open to the media. And then on Monday, the 8th of September, Ghana will be in action against Mali. It's a big game that the Black Stars will be hoping to win that encounter and then book spots in the 2026 FIFA World Cup. Can Ghana qualify? It all depends on these two matches. So, on the question that I have asked on the Black Stars of Ghana, are you satisfied with the 24-man squad by head coach Otto Addo, or you feel that there were some additions or there were some players that you would have wanted to be in the squad? Others are also saying that in terms of the local players, they would have wanted one outfield player to also join the team, either from Kotoko or from Bibiani Gold Stars, because they have been the ones that are active and also will playing in the CAF competitions. Also, Kwasi Sibo plays for Real Oviedo. Most people are saying that he should have been part of the squad. Well, Otto Addo deems it fit that these 24 are the ones that he's going in the two games with. Now, the goalkeepers are Lawrence Atizigi, plays for St. Gallen in Switzerland. Joseph Annan plays for St. Patrick's Athletic. And then we have got Benjamin Asare for Accra Hearts of Oak. Guillaume Mensah plays for AJ Auxerre in France. Derek Arthur Korn is a new addition into the setup. His maiden call-up plays for Union Berlin in Germany. Mohamed Salisu is based in France with AS Monaco. Jerome Opoku plays in Turkey for Istanbul Başakşehir. Also, Alexander Jiku is based in Turkey with Fenerbahce. Jonas Ajete plays for FC Basel in Switzerland. And then Tariq Lamptey is a Brighton and Hove player in the English Premier League. Calbi Nchi plays for FC Nordsjælland in Denmark. Elisha Owusu is part of the midfielders. Now the midfielders, Elisha Owusu for AJ Auxerre in France, Mohamed Kudus for Tottenham Hotspur in England, Ibrahim Osman for AJ Auxerre in France, Ibrahim Sulemana for Atalanta in Italy, Thomas Teparty for Villarreal in Spain, Abdul Samet Salis plays for OGC Nice in France, Antoine Semenyo is a key player for AFC Bournemouth in the English Premier League. Kamaldeen Sulemana plays for Atalanta in Italy, and then Joseph Pinto is based in the United States of America with LA Galaxy. Jerry Efriye plays for Real Oviedo in Belgium, and then Jordan Ayew plays his football in Leicester City. Christopher Bonsuba plays for Al Qatar, and then Iñaki Williams plays for Athletic Club Bilbao. These are the players called by Coach Otto Addo for the 2 games against Chad and then Mali. We are joined on the phone lines by Adam Nazir, sports journalist with over 10 years experience, and also a sports journalist with Opemsuo Radio based at Mainshire Palace. Adam Nazir, Sports Madiba, good afternoon. I believe you're doing well, and the squad that was presented to us yesterday, when you first saw the squad, what was your first thought?
Well, when I first saw the squad, one thing that was going through my mind was that truly Ghana, we have the men.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we have the men. So what has always been lacking, I've said this for several times, that the only thing that Ghana is lacking is a coach that will be able to put the players together. If not, when you go through them from goalkeeping department, maybe that will be the weakest part of the squad. If not, you look at the defense, you look at the midfield, and then you go to the attack, it's brimming with confidence. So for me, that was one thing that was going through my mind when I first saw the lineup yesterday.
Well, let's talk about the squad, and that key area for most people will be in midfield. Ghana seems to have a return of Elisha Owusu in the squad. He had the lengthy injury, but he's now returned for Ajax there. Abdul Samed Salis was also seen at Sunderland, but at OGC he's also played some minutes with them. Thomas Tepate, who might not be joining the squad, but according to Otto Addo, he has that confidence that he will be part of this team. But and also Ibrahim Suleiman. I'm talking about this position, that is the defensive midfield role. And most people believe that Real Oviedo's Kwasi Sibo should have been given a chance to be part of the team, even if he's not going to be playing this game. And even if there's that option that he can get onto the field and play, he's a fine player to also join this team. Your thoughts on that?
Oh, Ivan, first and foremost, I forgot to greet our listeners.
Exactly.
So let me go back and greet them as Sundays will say. Thank God for inches. So after I'm done doing my usual rituals, let me get back to your question. Now, Kwasi Sibo is a fine player from Real Oviedo, having helped them gain promotion into the La Liga, where they have been playing in their first 2 games. He played against DRL when they lost their first game in the La Liga, and then also when they lost by 3-0 against Real Madrid.
Yeah.
But for me, I think it's quite too early for people to start the campaigning for him. It's true. He used to play for them, but look at that department. Ghana is not like it. And one thing that I've seen from Ghana is that when you're playing against, like a Ghanaian, you play against maybe some of the top teams in world football, and the limelight shine on you, everybody wants you to join the Black Stars. We did the same thing to that former player of Edmonado, thank you. We did the same to him, and after he played against Real Madrid, that has been it, and we never saw him again because the praising went into the players' doorstep and it got into his head, and after that, he hasn't played any better football in his career. Has been moving from one club to the other. And for me, I think Kwasi Sibo too shouldn't be pushed, because look at that defensive midfield position. You've been talking about Elisha Owusu, who has been back call up into the Black Stars. Ibrahim Suleiman, who prior to the beginning of this season, last season, before the end of that season, he used to play very well for Jean-Pierre Gasperini, and even he came out to apologize to him that he deserved more minutes than he's been given at Atalanta Bergamo. Before he left for AS Roma, now Atalanta is being coached by that is Ivan Juric. It tells you the quality of that player that I'm talking about, Ibrahim Suleiman. You also have Abdul Samed Salis, who, if not for some injuries that he also sustained, that he went to Sunderland and didn't work out. Those are another fine defense midfielder. Some Ghanaians loved when he came into the Black Stars team to partner Thomas Tay Party. And then you look at the party himself. So we are suffered over there. And for me, even without Kwasi Sibo, for me, we can still be able to field players that can be able to do this job for us. And I'm quite happy with what Hassan Chun said, that he's in their radar and they are monitoring him. And for me, I think that will be it. So him not being called out for me, I'm not that disappointed.
Well, let's talk about another area that has been a point of discussion after the squad was released. Aside Benjamin Asari, there's no local player in the setup. Do you think that either BBN Gold Stars or Kumasi Asante Goroko or even Nations FC Razak Simpson, do you think that we should have had a local player, outfield player in the squad?
Maybe like the only one that maybe you could have made a claim for would have been Razak Simpson or maybe Kamadin Mahmoud. But the thing is, we are not playing any league here.
Yeah.
Our league went to recess for almost 2 months now. That we're playing the league, and most of the teams have been on a preseason training, so it's more like preseason that they are doing over here.
Yeah.
And we go to the top European leagues, and almost all of them have started. So these players that they've been called, almost all of them have been playing day in, day out in their league. So for me, I think that might be the reason why Otto Addo did not give them the call up, because I think in terms of the freshness of the players, those that are playing the top European leagues have that freshness that you can be able to rely on.
Exactly.
And like my stars, when it comes to call up, I normally don't talk much, especially when it comes to the Black Stars, because I believe that even if I'm the one that will be given the not to coach the Black Stars, and I'm to make a call up, people will still have questions to ask about players that will call.
Yeah.
So let's give him the benefit of the doubt because he's the coach. But with the only time that I normally raise concerns when it comes to the youth team, because as for that department, has always been about some agencies that have their players being called. When it comes to the Black Stars, I always say he's the one that be given the task to do. Now, if he goes and maybe against charge and against mine doesn't work out, his head will be on the chopping board, save me in mind. So let's give him the benefit of the doubt that the players that he calls are the one that you think can be able to do the job for him in those double headers.
If you are giving him the benefit of the doubt, let's end the conversation here on that note. Many thanks to you, my brother. We'll see what happens when the team arrives in Accra for the 2 games.
Always a pleasure being on the show.
Adam Nazir Madiba on the phone lines with us once again, journalist with Opemsuo Radio and also a writer as well.